This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Not only did Kentucky basketball fans get their first look at this year's Wildcats during the blue-white game, but they got to see freshman big man Skal Labissiere. Labissiere, who was just recently declared eligible to play by the NCAA, led all players with 18 points and 11 rebounds and says the hardest part of playing for this UK team is having to bring your A game each and every day.
The hardest part is you got to bring it every single day. Some days you don't feel like going, but you got Marcus coming at you, Alex coming at you, and Isaac. So they make you bring take your game to a whole nother level. So I would say that's the hardest part. You got to fight more, play better defense. That's one thing he said. We got to play better defense. We got to stop people.
After a 4-1 start to the season, the Kentucky football Cats have looked less than impressive in back-to-back losses to Auburn and Mississippi State. In both instances, head coach Mark Stoops has said that he and his staff need to do a better job of coaching the players and putting them in a better position to win and succeed. He also says there is no panic in the locker room.
There's things we can do better, as a staff. There's things I could do better. We have to put our players in a position to win. It's not all on them. It never is. It never will be. There's things that I've already addressed, on both sides of the ball. I've touched on them briefly in the media, but, I don't want to beat a dead horse publicly. There's things that we'll get ironed out and get things fixed, in the staff. I'm not panicked about it. There's just things we got to get better at.
Teams that have a 2-0 series lead in the World Series have gone on to win the World Championship 80% of the time, and a 2-0 lead is exactly what the Kansas City Royals were looking to get tonight versus New York. Former Red Johnny Cueto making the Game 2 start for Kansas City. Scoreless game in the fourth, but New York takes the 1-0 lead on a Lucas Duda RBI single to left. Daniel Murphy scores. Royals get the run back, though, in the fifth and then some. Alcides Escobar singles off Jacob deGrom to score Alex Gordon. We're tied at 1. Still in the fifth, Royals adding on. Eric Hosmer, the hero of Game 1, singles back up the box, chasing home 2 more runs. 3-1 Kansas City. We're still in the fifth when Mike Moustakas grounds one into right. Hosmer scores, and Kansas City puts a 3 spot on the board in the inning. Cueto with the first complete game by an American League pitcher in a World Series since 1991. 7-1 the final. The Royals over the Mets. Well, coming up, we name our player of the week, and we hear from both teams in this week's game of the week, Pike County Central and number 8 Pikeville. This week's Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week takes us to Pike County for the final week of the regular season. Number 8 Pikeville hosts the neighboring Pike County Central Hawks. Now, this game has zero impact on the playoff picture, but both teams already know their seeding in their respective districts. Head coach Chris McNamee of the Panthers still wants to see his team play well heading into postseason play.
Well, I think offensively they got some good size up front. Convoy does a good job running their offense. They've got a lot of talent. When you look at Gabe Stanley and Austin Mullins and Hunter Clark and those guys who can take it the distance any time. So offensively they pose a lot of problems, and defensively they really get after you as well.
On the opposite sideline are the Hawks of Pike County Central. Although they are only 3-6 on the year, head coach Sean Thacker knows his team has played a difficult schedule, all to help prepare it for the playoffs next week, and Pikeville is yet another tough opponent.
Pikeville's running game is so good. With Derek Pugh, A.J. Vanderbeck, Clay, all those guys they run the ball very well. And up front, they're good. Logan Coleman anchors that offensive line with Isaac Lucas and Austin Salyers and the Meade kid. And it'll be a difficult game as well for us. Because they get after you on defense. They fly around, so they'll make things hard on you.
Once again, our Appalachian Wireless Game of the Week takes place in Pike County Friday. The 8th-ranked Pikeville Panthers welcome in county rival Pike County Central. Game set for 7:30. You can watch the game live on this TV and online at WYMT.com. The Hawks are 3-6 on the year, while Pikeville is 7-2 and will enter next week's playoffs as a 1 seed in Class A. It's now time to announce our Week 9 Player of the Week on the high school gridiron. South Floyd running back James "Bub" Little had a record performance against Phelps last week, carrying the ball 14 times for 276 yards and 6 touchdowns, too shy of a tie for the single-game state record. For the game, Little averaged just less than 20 yards per carry. More Mountain News at 11 right after this.